Hi, welcome back to a brand new video of the Targeted Individual Program, Targeted Individual Experience. So, I was responding to a video I was watching online about a black woman, you know, uh, saying that the perception that black women are masculine, it's not a perception, it's how they act, how they behave. They behave in a masculine way, right? And again, because you don't see any other group of women, even black women in the Caribbean don't act like that. Well, certain Caribbean islands, but in Africa, don't act like that, right? Only in the Western Hemisphere, where black women, and again, it's not their fault, right? It is not. I keep saying it is not their fault, but that's the reality. It's not a perception, okay? Why? Because they don't want to understand how they are being conditioned. They don't want to understand how they're being used against us. They don't understand how they're being given this false sense of power over black men, right? Because no other group of women talk so much disparaging things about their men than black women. Talk about black men, right? So it is not a perception, it is reality. Again, liberal bullshit. I'm a liberal, but I'm going to tell you, certain things that liberals engage in, right, is bullshit. It is bullshit. And they're doing it to the black community and to black women in particular when it comes to destroying the relationships between black men and black women. Black men, we are being systematically destroyed by the corrupt criminal system, the legal system. And in my videos that I did, right, talk about it, you see how these police, not only do the predator officers engage in wrongdoing, misconduct, violation of our rights, assault, murder, all these things, but also the prosecutor, along with the police officers. They'll lie. They'll make up stuff, right? Down to the judges. Look what happened in Florida. They literally framed a black man and he got convicted. This is why all these retired New York police officers are moving to Florida, because what they did in Florida, again, because black people were in the church, right? The Sambos were in the church clapping and carrying on and whatever. Meanwhile, the white racist Republicans were passing laws that they didn't even know. And they continue to put these racist judges on the bench and hire these racist police officers to do what they do. It's going to get a lot worse for black people in Florida. And you know what? There is nothing that they can do about it unless they unite together and in the next local state election replace those racist government employees who work for the people. Well, they don't really work for the people, but they're supposed to work for the people, but they only work for a certain group of people. So black people are going to have to really, like I said, open your eyes and see what's really going on. Okay, get out of the damn churches. Okay, pay attention. Stop getting on your damn knees and pray. Right? Stop doing that. Right? Get some knowledge. Get some understanding of what's going on. Be more active in the way you think. Right? Not believe. We're too much of believers. This is our problem. We're too much of believers. So I had to respond to that. I said, listen, why do black women co-sign bullshit? You calling another woman, a black woman, a cis woman. You're a woman, okay? You are a woman, right? So what? You just going to start calling trans women women now and calling biologically born women cis women? This is what they're trying to do. And you black women co-sign this shit more than anybody else. And these same transgender women that y'all co-sign, they're telling you, I look better than you. I'm a better woman than you, right? My fake vagina feels better than yours, right? Look, I'm having a period and they take ketchup and put it on some pads. It's a mental illness. There's a website called the Academy of Ideas. There's some very important documentary videos that you need to look at. And one of them is about how the elites cause mental illness within the society. Why? To keep people confused, so they can rule them, to keep them preoccupied with nonsense. Okay? that they are creating mental illness and getting us to co-sign with it. Now, some people may say, hey, you're doing your video, you're exposing this and that, you're talking about directed energy weapons, being microchip. That sounds crazy to me. See, I can give you the documents, right? I'm not giving you a belief system. I don't believe. I know. This is why I do my videos, to show you the coercive persuasion programming, the psychological operations. And I can understand what it is because I've studied it. I studied the terminologies, the methods, the tactics, right? So I'm very knowledgeable. They're not dealing with some other TI who have been so psychologically damaged that they don't understand what's going on. I do. This is why you see them constantly using the predator department to try to intimidate me, right? Because that's what they're trying to do. And I wouldn't allow them to try to intimidate me into silence. That's not going to happen. Okay? That's not going to happen. As a black man, and as a man, period, right? We cannot allow them to take this society down in such a way that our children is going to never recover. You got to understand the powers that's behind all these things, right? The creation of new industries, sex change industries, right? They're creating a whole new industry, a multi-billion-dollar industry for, again, turning males into females, physically, not biologically, right? In the parents only, right? And in their mind, but not biologically, and turning females into male and male into females, right? And when they're able to create drugs, medical tools, right? Doctors who specialize in this, we're talking about a multi-billion-dollar industry in the next 2 to 3 decades, right? You got to follow the money, right? Then the transhumanist is going to come into play. And what's this transhumanist? Is where they will be integrating human with machine, right? They've been doing it, but on a much smaller scale. All right, I talk about being microchip for the purpose of remote neural monitoring, right? And many people say, "Oh, that's impossible. That's crazy." In the 1970s, they were microchipping people, right? In the 1960s, they were microchipping people. You can go further back, early experimentation. These things are not new, because you're ignorant to the fact. You don't have the knowledge, is why you cannot fathom that which is actually happening and has happened for decades, right? Keep you quote from your Bible. My people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge. They have become too superstitious. They have become too religious, right? Your very own Bible tell you that your God is going to reject you because you have a lack of knowledge. So you will be destroyed. Your nation will be destroyed. But you can't fathom that, because again, the indoctrination in the belief system, and how even though it says that in your Bible, the pastors will never read that to you because they don't want you to have knowledge. Because once you have knowledge, you start to see through their bullshit, you start to ask questions. And in asking those questions, which they cannot answer logically, right? They're afraid of losing you because you are their cash cow. You are the ones that are giving them all this money so they can go buy big houses, big mansions, $5,000 shoes, driving in Bentleys, Mercedes. And you have these con men, just like that bishop here in Brooklyn, Bishop Whitehead, scamming women out of their hard-earned money. Right? But you love those people. You love those people who are keeping you broke, who are keeping you in poverty, right? Okay? You love that. While he and his wife, okay, buying Louis Vuitton, driving in Bentleys, Ferraris, Lamborghinis. You love that, don't you? But you hate those of us who are telling you the truth. Right? You hate that. And why is it that you hate that? It's called programming. That's what it's called. Your mind can be programmed just like a computer. Right? You understand what I'm saying? Many people don't understand when they say people have mental illness, it is a virus that they put into the minds of the person. And just with any virus, okay, you can study it, you can learn it, and you yourself can create the antivirus. Right? And this is perpetrated on us by the state, by those in power. Okay? Talk to you guys in the next video.